Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm OnlyKanen, and today we're going to be talking about the best ways to make money in Grand RP, and I'm going to be exposing a lot of the truth about this game and a lot of the negative and the positive about this game. And when I looked up, when I first started Grand RP, and you can look at the video, I was a level 1, now I'm a level 8, so I got some experience under my belt. And I will say, at first, the game is really fun. Before we get into how to make money, I just want to talk about the game a little. You know, the game is fun, but first I want to say the rules are bad. The administrators are horrible at their job. I know I sound like a dick right now, but I'm being absolutely honest with you guys. It's really bad. Like right there's going to be a technical restart, so it's more of a hassle for me to even make this video. But all in all, the game. They want you to make this game a part-time job. There's investments you can do, which I've been doing every night. And the first thing you want to do is before I start talking about investments, the first thing you want to do when you first start the game is join a family. And a family is something. It's like a club, I guess, full of people where you do live events and you can make money off of them. This is the wrong button. Right here is the family. This is my family right here. It's called We the Ops. There's 26 family members, and basically you have a house that you can like stay in and do little missions with them, and some of them are nice enough to give you free money here and there when you show up to the live events like mine. But the important thing I want to talk about with the families is that they have something called tasks you do every day. I'm pretty sure they release twice, 2 of them a day. And you go to this office right here, and what they have here, you usually will have a Discord for your family. I'm pretty sure all the time you do. And when you join that Discord, that happens a lot too. I just want to say that happens a whole lot actually, and that makes the game very, very annoying and very bad. And basically back to the office. They have these, some families give you easy tasks to do, like drilling oil or just filling up your car with gas for $10,000. And that's fairly easy. It is. And in my family, the more you do, if you take a picture of it and send it in the chat, you get a bonus of like $42,000 if you do them all. And that, so far, has been the best way to make money for me. But when you see people with millions of dollars, you think to yourself, how the hell do I get there if all I'm making is $10,000? And I'm going to show you that today in today's video. But right here is where you do the task. I've only done one today, and it's just repair 2 people's car, and I got $12,000 for it. I could take a screenshot and send it to my Discord and get a bonus, but it probably wouldn't be too much. So I didn't really do it. But that right here is the best way to make money. You want to join a family as soon as possible, and a good one. And here's my second word of advice. The jobs in the game, they tell you to get a job, stuff like that. Like the administrators or the people that run the game. They tell you to get a job, but that is not the case at all. Like I said, do the task. If you do the taxi job like that guy's doing right there, you probably won't even make $10,000 in an hour, because most of the time you're just driving across the map, over and over and over again, and it's horrible. And what makes the game worse, I want to add on to like getting a job and, you know, making money the real way. The sad part about it is when you do those types of jobs, there's people like, for example, I'm not saying he does it, but guys like him in these modded cars where the strength is 99, and if they hit you a little bit, they shoot you across the map, which makes it harder for newer players. And you would think that there's police in the game to stop it. With all these players in one server, there's 575 players in this one server, and I'm pretty sure there's like 20 more. The sad part about it is that there's not even any officers to do anything about it. So the newer players, when they get into the game, they're getting pushed, crushed, shot for no reason. Plus, they don't have a car, so when you're on the starter little mini scooter-looking thing, they just run you right over with no remorse, and they don't get any consequences. So it makes people like me not want to play the game, when I was new at least, but I pushed through because I will say, on the positive side, this game isn't bad. it can be fun, but it can be very annoying at the same time. There's a lot of stuff to do, but at the same time, there's not a lot of interaction with players, with other players. This game is pretty much practically a job. I'm actually in a Discord, and I'm gonna say this, and I might get banned for it, but I'm fine with it because I'm not really having fun with the game anymore. I talked to a guy in a Discord chat. He said if you really want to make money, he was talking to another guy actually, and he used the term, yeah, when I'm on part-time. When you use the word part-time for a video game, it's not a video game anymore. That's just a job, and that's not fun. Like, every night, if you want to make good money, here's another, advice if you want to make good money. You go down here and invest for 8 hours, 150,000. It starts at 12 o'clock at midnight. If you started exactly at that time, or a little earlier, I'm pretty sure, you will have $150,000 throughout the night. And you would think that all you do is stand there, but no, you get banned for that. What you do is you go on your keyboard and you hold down WS, and then you unplug it from your PC, and then you'll pretty much be on all night, and you'll get the money by the time you wake up. That's what I've been doing to make money. And I know you're gonna say, well, look on the side of my screen, I'm broke as shit. Well, I'm gonna say this, I'm not flexing or anything either. I could care less. I'm just, proving a point. I have a full Nike Tech that was about $1 million at the most, and I spent all my money on it because I'm not really having fun with the game anymore. Because after you get to that point of getting cash, or when you get up there and get money, there's really nothing else to do in the game, because like I said before, the game is really just a job. It's not really a video game. They make it as hard as possible to make money in this game, and they expect new players to be able to buy the businesses and stuff like that. But you can see right here, I'm looking in the auction house, nothing to be bought or betted on. You can't even buy a house in Grove Street, which is, I'm pretty sure, the poorest part of Los Santos, and those houses go for $3 million sometimes. That's the type of shit I mean. How the hell are new players supposed to get that type of money when all they know is to drive across the map in a taxi car? That's not fun. That's not fun for the players. Well, the rich players, at least, they just get to run them over. I'm confused on how they're still playing, because after you get to that point where you're so rich in the game, there's really not much to do but drive around. And you would think that there's people driving around to interact with, but as you can see right here, there is none. And I guess you're probably going to think it may be because of my area, but it's not. Here's a guy right here, for example, that's probably, okay, never mind, it's just a random car. But there's just nothing ever going on in the game, and it makes it really sad and boring. But another way to make money is the treasure map right here. And in those family discords, mine at least, Google Doc that has a little file full of pictures that show you where all the treasure maps are. And if you go and find those treasure chests wherever they are in the location, they have these boxes called valuable box prizes, or Desert of Scarves. And these things that are Desert of Scarves, they're actually just masks, and they can be sold for quite a lot. So that's, or when you open the box, you could just get $7,000 or $10,000, but money's money. And if you ever do end up getting one of those masks, you go down here to this little trading store. And here's another example. Here's another thing for the new players. The new players, they get a default outfit just like any other video game. And these default players, like me, myself, you want to buy clothes just like everybody else. You don't want to look like a homeless man or a noob. See? Right there. Example just happened right in front of you. And nothing happens. GTRP is supposed to be based off real life. There's no police officers. There's more gang members than police officers. And it's so boring. It's not fun. Like, after you're done grinding for like 4 days, the game gets so boring. It's just not fun. You have to spend $1,000 to get your car in these little parking areas every time, because you can't afford a house because they're millions of dollars. For new players, this game isn't fun unless you've been playing for like 7 years plus. The game isn't fun. They don't give you enough options to make money. They really don't. All these little jobs aren't gonna get you up to be able to buy a car. Like, see, look at this shit. That's what I mean. They just run over you, and it's basically like playing on console. My car just got... The game's not good. It's not fun. But those are 3 ways how to get cash. Another way is, I mean, I guess you could scam noobs, but if you don't want to be a dick and do that, it's up to you. But see, like right here, these are the clothing prices. This is actually cheap compared to some of them. These are cheap masks. If we go up a little further, I'm sure we'll be able to find a Desert or Scarf mask.
See ya for 2 seconds.
I don't want to be around anybody with a microphone. There's only so many ways I can teach you guys. Like right here, this thing is going for $11 million. This ugly mask that doesn't even look good. It doesn't even pop up when I try to try it on. It could be a scam if all I know. But the game's boring. It's not fun. It's just not fun. I know I've said it over a million times, but that's really all I can say. There's not a lot of ways to make money. And that little task guide I showed you how to do before, you know, it's a big secret, but those little task guides you're doing, that's actually for the families in order to profit off of you. And they're getting way more than what you're getting for doing that shitty task, and it sucks. The game's not really, you know, that fun, and I feel like there's better servers out there, but this is the one I just tried off the jump. But those are some little ways to make money, and the key way to make like cash is just join a family, and they'll get you set up from there. That's the real way, not these little jobs. But as you can see, the server just randomly closed out like it said 10 minutes ago. It gave me a warning, but we were about done with the video anyways. But that's another problem. The game crashes the servers crash or they get restarted about every 4 or 5 hours, and then you have to go through this whole process. But if you're about to start Grand RP, me personally, I wouldn't put in the hours. My advice to you, I wouldn't put in the hours. I wouldn't do it. You know, the cars are like $9 million, but I don't really care about cars in GTA. I care more about getting businesses first and getting money next. But how am I supposed to buy a business if nobody wants to auction them up? See what I mean? There's nothing really you can do. Grand RP is a bad server in my opinion, and it's not worth playing. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.